2015, I was really soaring. I was 32, had just gotten married, started my nonprofit I'll Go First, which empowers people with the tools to take charge of their trauma recovery care, accumulating my career in anti-sex trafficking efforts and storytelling. I had just signed with my first book agent about searching for my biological family, whom I had just found, and I was in my dream graduate program on my way to studying a doctorate in trauma and neuropsychology with Harvard Medical School. Now, growing up in a home with abuse and addiction, having my entire immediate family pass by the time I graduated from high school, now, a half a lifetime later, that year felt like I had reached my moment. Everything was falling into place until everything fell to pieces. It started subtly at first, not remembering things, misplacing items, then becoming more disorganized, not just with work, but like everyday things, like how to get dressed in the morning. I was embarrassed that I couldn't adult anymore. I wasn't myself. I started getting snappy, more isolated and depressed. 2 years went by and my life was really crumbling. I was crumbling. Around this time, I was at a cafe and saw a bookshelf with free books and one that was called Brain on Fire. The only reason I picked it up was that I was studying neurology in my program. I had no idea what it was about. I flipped open to a page at random and caught one sentence where the author Susanna talks about her partner noticing she was having temporal lobe seizures because of the way her mouth moved. While standing in that coffee shop, a ludicrous thought crossed my mind. Could my anxiety really be seizures? Without any physically identifiable symptoms, the nature of invisible illnesses, and like so many of you, I dutifully did my rounds of doctors, calling my then GP, arguing to get a referral for a neurologist, going to said neurologist, being told multiple times, you must not be sleeping well. It must be anxiety. Well, which came first, the insomnia or the anxiety? Maybe you have ADHD. You should go to a psychiatrist. No, something just didn't feel right about these hypotheses. In the meantime, a dear friend knew Dr. Chong and suggested I reach out to him, but having gone to so many doctors by then and feeling like I was laughed out of the door, I was too shy and embarrassed to call. I mean, maybe I am actually a hypochondriac. I don't know. On a desperate whim, I tweeted at Susanna, and to my surprise and endless gratitude, she responded and recommended Lenox Hill. When I first called to set up an appointment, I almost hung up before Star picked up and asked if I was having seizures. All I could offer was, I think so. These little moments count when we think of patient care. Star had patience, believed me, and within a few weeks, all roads led to Dr. Chong's office anyway, when I found myself in his exam room beginning the journey of healing that so many of you watching at home are on as well. The most miraculous part is Susanna's book made me think I was having seizures. The reason I was having seizures happens to be autoimmune, just like hers. From my work with trauma survivors, I know that first moment of insight and curiosity about healing, that first moment of the audacity of hope, of wow, maybe I can get my life back. Maybe I can feel better. How we respond to this moment will make or break the spirit of someone who is struggling. Having doctors and each member of the department staff advocate on your behalf to make sure you get the testing, receive treatment, who remain curious and unrelenting about finding the causality of your symptoms, and who most of all have patience and believe your patients, that is the unique trait of a doctor and of a department. And that's what makes Lenox Hill unique. It's been 4 years since I've joined this brave patient community, and here's what I've learned. The most significant barrier you may have to your care is your own self-consciousness. Brain symptoms are notoriously invisible, and you may find yourself, like I did, feeling embarrassed, shy, or distrustful of your own experiences. This is the fight of your life, so fight for your life. Speak up and self-advocate. Health is your right. Be relentless about your healing, and if something doesn't feel right with your doctor, trust your instincts. The art of medicine is collaborative, and you are the most important part of your care team. So find doctors you can feel comfortable with. And remember, we're all on your side. Everyone's collective goal is for you to get better and lead a fulfilling life. So I say to you sitting at home, you who are exhausted and wondering, is this ever going to get better? I can offer you this. I am not fully healed. I have to be mindful that my disease may come back at any time, for any reason. But As one of my colleagues, Dr. Ash Kumar, once said to me of my own healing, you may not be cured, but you can still find healing. And if you're wondering, like me, what am I doing with my life? It's been 5 years since I've been sick. I'll offer this to you. Dr. Chong once said to me, that's okay, Jess. Don't worry. 50 is the new 30. That's wisdom.